Welcome back to 1.2 Brain Cells Podcast. Hola, hola. I'm
Yay!
Nati.
Vane.
Yes, welcome back to this week's episode. We are officially 1 years old. We were turning one, we were celebrating our birthday for 2 weeks, but now we gotta calm down. We gotta relax. I don't know if you guys can tell through the camera, but Vaughn and I were celebrating the 1 year real good because we a little browner. Vaughn is my winter shade, and I am now in full, well, not full summer
You could
shade,
get
but like
darker. Yeah.
I could get a little darker.
Yeah.
Yeah. We pulling a
Yeah.
little Dulce de Luci color right now, but yeah. But anyway, how are you, my sweet love? What's new with you? What's your weekly catch up?
Nothing. I miss our vacay. I'm not gonna lie, my mind is still in like lax mode. Um, but I have been grinding this past week to catch up to everything. There's a lot of work to catch up to. I think I was texting y'all throughout the week. I was like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
finally caught up with last week. Now we on this week, and
Yeah,
mind you, yeah, I was so behind.
yeah, you like messaged us, oh, I'm caught up. And I thought it meant like you got everything done. And you're like, no, 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 no. We are caught up
Yeah,
until Friday. And I think it was
yeah,
like Thursday or something. And I was like,
yeah, yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I think
okay.
it was
But it
like
was
what, Wednesday or
also
Thursday that I'm like, I'm finally up to this past Monday.
Yeah, yeah. It was also month end though, so that's kind of
Yeah.
expected because I know that normally it's a little more chill your workflow.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. But okay, so you've been catching up with work. Mine is still on
You?
vacay. My mind is also still on vacay,
Yeah.
girl. Like the amount of times that I'll message something to my manager. I luckily coming back to work, I can happily say that I did not come back to a pile of a lot of work
It's
because
awesome.
I had done a
I do
lot
not
of stuff
recommend.
for, yeah, no, I had done a lot of stuff for month end prior and then even extra so that in the time that I was gone, because we weren't even gone long enough, but
You're
nonetheless,
fine.
I was like, I don't want them to be worried. So the bit that came in, my manager actually took care of. So when I came in,
Oh,
it was only like maybe a day or two worth of stuff, which is not a
okay.
lot. So I was really happy.
Mm.
But nonetheless, like I would message her for things and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. And then I'll go back to read the email, send her that, and then I'll read the email and I'm like, the steps have already been handled. I don't have to do all this. So I'll go back and be like, ignore me, right? And that was happening late last week, and then today
Okay.
it happened twice. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like I promised. And she was like, no, it's fine. She's like, you're catching yourself, so it's no big deal.
Right.
Um, but clearly my mind is still on the beach. Mind you, I was excited to come back in the sense of like it didn't feel like I was sad. I know that while we were on the trip, I was like, that's whatever. But all in all, like I feel like other times coming back from vacation, I feel more like that little depressiness that people get, like from
Uh-huh.
leaving. I didn't feel that. Like I was like I enjoyed my time. I had a great time, excited
Yeah.
for memories and
Yeah.
everything. Let's take on the new. Now that
Okay.
I'm here and we're experiencing the weather, I'm like,
Yeah.
there'll be moments like, I do my juicing, right?
Yeah.
Um, Actually, let's jump into the topic of the week because I feel like that's gonna go with
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say myself.
Yeah, so the topic of this week is we're basically gonna recap our anniversary trip that Vanna and I took, that we had prior to been mentioning
10
and like,
years, baby.
yeah, it's 10 years of the same thing. We just more mature. As
For
we
sure, for
mature, the
sure.
relationship matures.
For
If you
sure.
know the reference, if you know, you know. And but yeah, 10 years of this the same thing. I'm still gonna I
Same.
have to work on our little vacation recap reel. My goal is not to post it this up. I could get it done by this Thursday. Either this Thursday or next Thursday. Give it like
Okay.
a,
You
you
said a
know,
recap reel?
yeah, like a little,
Okay.
like look at our vacation and whatever,
Okay.
because there's a
Wellness
lot of little pics that
influencer.
was not put, of course this, what's it called, there's a lot of pictures that weren't posted. Like I posted a lot of stuff that was while we were there, but there's
Hmm.
all the pictures we took together have not been posted because I was
Word.
sick.
Word. Okay. Okay.
No,
I haven't
but yeah,
posted
we went
anything.
to yeah, we went, you would just
I should.
repost whatever I was posting, but I was gonna
Yeah.
say, Yeah, we went, we can now say where we went, because
Mm,
we we're no longer there, so no one can stalk us. But we went to the Bahamas. Specifically, what is that island? Because I always mispronounce it.
Masao.
Nassau, Nassau.
Mm-hmm.
We went there. It was phenomenal. What did you think? What is like quick
I
little.
mean, I was expecting to like it, but oh my God. Oh my God. And normally I've done all resorts before, just one other time. By the end, I do kind of get tired of it. This time I did not. This time the whole time, every single fucking day, I'm like, it's just a new mini adventure for me and my baby and some really good food and some beautiful settings. Like
The
I
food was
was
great.
not getting tired of it. I really was not getting tired of it.
Me neither. The food was really good. So we went to an
It
all-inclusive
was.
resort. And
Mhm.
normally with all inclusives, I've been to a few now. The food is not always great, right? Because again, they're
Mhm.
catering to the tourists, so they're not really seasoning as much. They're also
Mhm.
making a lot of food, right? Because they have a lot of people
Right.
coming in, so sometimes the quality's not as great. I can safely say we liked like a good 95% of the food. There was only like a few
Yeah.
things that would be like, oh, this was a
Few
miss, but I feel
things.
like anywhere you go,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a few things that just are not to your palate. But it was good. It was
So
real
good.
good.
I miss my pea fucking soup.
Your pea soup.
My pea soup, my pea and dumpling soup, which is funny because I found it. I was waiting for something else. I don't know what I was waiting, but when I was to myself, they were out. So I was like, let me just do a little walkie walk to see while refilled that. And I see pea soup, and I was like, I love me some peas.
I to
One
this
of my
day
favorite
what I
things.
we had it the first few days, but then they didn't post it, or at least maybe we weren't eating at the time that they had it. Was that rice with beans, like the el arroz moro that was,
Uh
bro,
huh.
that shit was so good because it had a little spice to it or something. I
It
don't know, but it was
did.
so well seasoned. And then the maduros, yo, those maduros were
They nailed it with the
phenomenal.
maduros.
And then the mango dream, oh, that mango dream drink, bro, so good.
Unlimited drinky drinks, bro.
Yeah, we did a little
That was
unlimited
delicious.
drinking. It was fun. It was good. The food was
Yeah.
definitely top notch. In the hotel itself, they also had their little side restaurants. Our favorite that we
Mhm.
went back a second time was like their steakhouse, and we had a
Mhm.
ribeye. It was cooked perfectly, and that
Juicy.
garlic mashed potatoes, girl. You know I
Mm.
don't fuck with mashed potatoes like that. I'm fuck with my
Oh
potatoes,
yeah.
but not in the mashed. And I had
I
a
always forget.
beast time. I love me a garlic. I always say I could never date a vampire
True.
because I love me my garlic. It was so good.
You're safe
So it
then.
was good.
But
And then the
the one
food.
that you were gonna mention, your juicer.
Oh, yes. That was actually one of my favorite things because in the days so I juice, right? I do a lot of juicing. I've been sticking to no longer because I would unhealthy me. I would go and just do juicing like for full days, meaning all I was doing was juicing, which is not bad in the sense of you're doing a cleanse, but you
Okay.
cannot do it every week, right? You can only do it for like a few days, cleanse, then you're supposed to eat light and then go back to normal eating. My crazy ass sometimes used to do it a whole week, a week and a half, right? But we're not here for that part. We're here for the fact that I still do juicing, but I incorporate it to my normal intake. And so at the resort during breakfast time, they had a juicer and they had the veggies splayed out and like fruits already cut up and washed for you. You know how awesome that was? All I had to do is walk over, take my little bowl or plate or cup, fill it up with what I wanted, and then boom, my juguito estaba ready. I've had to wash my vegetables. I've had to chop my vegetables. I've had to wash my machine. And I'm not gonna lie, it does not hit the same. Like the juice is still good, right? Because I have certain recipes that I like,
Uh-huh.
but it was great. And I would just walk up, give me my little juicy juice. My
Yeah.
my breakfast routine when we started having breakfast a little more like consistently was my
Yeah.
juice, half a grapefruit, half an orange. All of it's cut up and sliced beautifully too.
Mm-hmm.
I have to sit here and peel my own grapefruit. What is this? And with some prunes. We were very fibrous. We were eating a lot of things, and we got to keep everything regulated. And then I'd have an omelet, or I'd have like the regular breakfast. It was great. It was phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And mind you, I noticed that they would rotate some of the fruit and veggies every day too. So you could
Yes,
mix and
they
match
would.
it.
And I was a little adventurous where at first Though I think the first day I got there, I didn't see that they had pineapple. I love throwing pineapple into my juicing. Um, but they had the normal salad and fruit kind of table, so I would go and steal me some pineapples to put in my
Hmm.
juice. Delicious, phenomenal. I know you really in breakfast, you really like that omelet station.
I did. Someone make like I love having omelets, but like it's such a hassle for me to make, right? Because it's again, it's a whole you have to chop a whole bunch of like mini things. But her,
Uh-huh.
she's like, just tell me what
And
you
then
want.
also
And I
flipping
had
it and all that shit.
yeah, all that, right? It's also I'm not a patient girl. You can't really cook that shit on high heat or burn easily. But she's like, just tell me what you want. And I was like, girl, my spinach, my onions, my ham, my peppers,
Your
my even my
munchies.
mushies. And then she stuffed that shit with cheese.
And if you wanted to be healthy, you can get egg whites. Mind you, we weren't doing that because we were
Yeah,
on vacation. But nonetheless, if you wanted to be a little health conscious, it was just great. I had me an
yeah,
omelet, I think once or twice. It was great.
delicious. And then they had a
So good.
waffle station. Their waffles, those were good. Those are actually
Those
good
were
waffles.
good. Yeah,
Like
you know what I
I've
never
been to waffle stations where the one like this mix is
the
ass.
mix is not
No,
is trash.
this one was actually yeah, this one's actually good.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when we were at Stevens and they had a waffle station.
That
At
one was
first
ass.
it was At first, it was good, or at least I think my
Yeah,
head thought it was good because it's like, oh my
same.
God, novelty. But then as the years passed, I was like, this is atrocious. It's
Yeah,
not good waffle. But it was so
nah.
good. They also had a dessert table and a pastry table.
Yeah,
Oh my God, you know what? Hold on. Again, we're gonna continue. Like all in all, the whole experience of the hotel was great, service and everything. But kind of tying
yeah.
in the service with the food, bro, at breakfast. This is you know this because you were there. But guys, y'all know I'm a little old lady sometimes, and I love me my carrot cake, right? Or carrot cake related things, okay? So at breakfast we go, and I think the first day that we're there, uh, we see that there's
Yeah.
carrot loaf. Was it on the first day that they brought it out, or no?
I
Or
think
was
so.
it
I'm
the
pretty sure
second
it was
time?
there almost every day.
No, but I mean when they brought me out the extra, was that the first time? I think that was
Oh
the second
no,
time.
that was not. Yeah, that was second or third.
That was the second time, right? So one of the first times that I'm at breakfast, right? They have where they normally would have the desserts, they had more like breakfast pastries, right? So they had croissants, chocolate, whatever, anything. Like all the other regular stuff. And then they had these little carrot loaves. I do love me my carrot cake with a little cream cheese filling, not filling, but icing. But I also like it on its own. Like we don't need to do too much because the flavor's already in the cake, right? So I go and I see they have one little rectangle, and I'm like, oh shit. So I go and I grab my little rectangle plus all my other stuff. And when I go to bite it, it was phenomenal phenomenal. Like it was so good. It was moist. It was soft. It had its spices like it's cinnamon and it was just so good. Delicious. Great. Cool. Carry on with our day, our drinking, all our crazy stuff. Breakfast the next day, or I think a day after or something,
Hmm.
we go and I wanted carrot cake. But see, I wasn't the only old person there that wanted carrot cake because this was an adults only all inclusive. So there was a lot of itty old little bitties, and all these old little bitties were taking the carrot cake, which I'm like, you've lived your life. Let the youth have their carrot cake, right? So I go, and I don't think I was able to get a slice, but we had also gone there at like the last maybe half hour
Yeah,
of breakfast, you know? So I'm sitting there and I'm sad because I wanted more carrot cake, right? And then our waiter, super kind, they're super nice. They come, oh, what do you want to drink? If we wanted to have a mimosa at 9 in the morning, they will get you. They will figure
and
it
I
out. Don't
did,
you worry.
and I did.
Yeah, we did do that once. But then after that, we were being nice and helping. We were having a little mint tea,
Yeah,
because we want to make sure things are good and settled before carrying on our day. But he goes,
exactly.
and I asked him, and I was like, do you think you guys have carrot cake in the back? Like, is that, if you do, if you don't, that's okay, right? He was like, oh, I'll see what I can find. He goes, and I think a good 10, 15 minutes passed by. And in my head,
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
oh,
forgot
probably
about
one
it.
minute. And that's fine. We were good. Mind you, because I had thought we weren't gonna have no more carrot cake, I ate other things. And the belly was full. And we had a swimsuit, we had a rock. So I didn't want to eat that much, but I was already full. And it was breakfast, okay? When this man comes out with a plate and you see 4 slices and you see the steam coming out, and he's like, here you go. and he brought me, I don't know if that man done went and baked it himself, but that shit was straight out of the oven. I don't know if they have some
Yeah.
in the back and they heated it up. I don't care what they did, but that you there's like in the last two trips we've done, I felt love. I have felt loved and seen in ways that I've never felt loved and seen. And people feeding me, people, strangers at that. But this carrot cake was so delicious. The girl with the ice cream
Oh,
cone.
yes, yes. Okay, carry
Yeah.
on.
But what's it called? That cake was so good. I couldn't eat all of it, but I wasn't gonna let it go to waste because if my man's brought me my cake, I'ma hand me my cake,
My
right?
man.
And so I ate, I think like one and a half, and I still had like the other two and a half. And so I'm telling Vane, like I want to take this, but we weren't allowed to take food outside of the thing. A lot of the resorts that I've been to prior, they actually don't care. Like if you take a little bowl with you, because you're gonna most likely take it back to your room, right? And then when they do service, they'll just come and grab it, right? That's my experience. But in this place, they were actually very specific about don't take anything else anywhere. So we were gonna respect
Mhm.
that. But I needed to make sure this carrot cake. So I was tempted to just put it on my hand, but it was still hot because that's how warm it was. And I have another provider in my life, and that provider is Bonnet. And she was like, my baby one. And then they also would only give you like the cloth towels, right? So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna steal a towel. That's rude, you know? And so Bonnie's like, I'm gonna figure it out. And I had thought, let me put it in like a in like a cup, but the juice cups they had taken it away. So Bonnet goes and wanders, and you found me napkins, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
got a
know
little
what.
stack of napkins.
Yeah. She got me a little stack of napkins, so I grabbed, opened my little napkins, put my little cakes in there, wrapped it up, took it to the room. And that
Hmm.
did not go to waste because later in the day I had me another little half. And then throughout the days, mind you, we had access to so much food, but I was gonna eat my carrot cakes that were brought to me specifically. It was great. It was phenomenal. Great. 10 out of 10 service, man.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. Yeah, I don't remember what other moments, but all I know is throughout the trip, I'm like, don't worry, baby, I'm a provider. And I just kept getting you random ass shit.
Yeah, she was literally being the like super attentive and it was great. No, there was when was another moment that was a provider because you were working one of the mornings on some stuff for work. I
Okay.
felt like such a I guess the word would be trophy wife. Yeah, I felt like such a trophy wife because I think it was the first day that you decided that you were gonna do some work, right? So
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh, in the morning I'm gonna do some work, right?" Because we didn't go to breakfast that day. She's like, "I'm gonna do
right.
some work and whatever," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll wake up like around this time." I don't even know what time I decided that I was gonna wake up,
You slept
but
in,
like
my
I
love.
also yeah, but I was like, I'm not gonna set an alarm
Yeah,
because at the end of the day we're on vacay,
yeah,
right? So I hear her wake up. She goes, does her thing. She was up like I think at 8, almost
yeah.
9, something like that. She's up, so she's working, typing away doesn't even open the curtain, right? Like she's out here with a little light. I don't even know how she had her screen on, but she had. So then I finally, wake up from my slumber and whatever. And I'm like, oh, baby, how's work? And so she's telling me, oh, working on this and that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So then I'm there, scroll. Wow, yeah. I was like, you can open the window, so you can see. Oh, okay, cool, thanks. We opened the window, bright as fuck.
Yeah,
And then
blinding.
I'm on my phone. And I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna go do I was gonna go do like Zumba or something.
Yeah,
I was gonna go do an activity, but then I was like, I don't really have the clothes for it because I didn't bring athletic clothes. I just brought swimsuits and
right.
cute stuff, right? So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go. And then it was like around 11 or something that I woke up, and Bonnie's like, oh, I'm actually getting really hungry. We should grab lunch a little later. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna do something else. I did not do anything. I got up to go grab lunch with her, right? And then the whole time too, I'm like, well, I wouldn't go down in the pool. So I guess let me switch into my swimsuit. That way when we go down, I just stay. I felt like, and then she's like, oh yeah, after lunch, I'm gonna come back work and then I'll come down, meet you later. And I'm like, okay. I felt like so, and I felt useless too, because I was like, I guess I'm just so used to being the one, like, we have to be provided. So I'm like, I'll work, honey, okay, I'm just a tan, like, oh my God. So it was very much giving
Yeah,
provider
yeah, that was
and
funny.
trophy wife.
One of the things that was one of the other days I was working, we wanted to make reservations. So you did that and you're like, oh baby, you,
I
you
did do
stay
that.
working? I'm gonna go make reservations for dinner.
I think it was that day. I think it was
I'm
that
like, okay, thank you.
day. Yeah, I went and I got her reservations done. And I'm like, baby, don't you worry, I got you. Mind you, she's
Yes.
working. But
Yeah.
no, it was good. It was good. You mentioned activity. Oh, we both have mentioned activities and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was we didn't know that was gonna be a thing until I think maybe a few weeks prior. I think you
Yeah,
found
we
out, right? That
saw
we had
yeah, I saw like a review of it, right? Because again,
hmm
when we booked it, I already seen plenty of reviews, and that's why we were confident to book it. But on the day
Yeah.
of, I was like, let me see some actual TikToks and like actually get a sense of what people do. And yeah, this one
hmm
girl posted like, oh, they actually have to do like mad activities like every single night and morning, all day, every day
Oh my
is
God. I
a whole
think
schedule of things you can
it's
do.
like
Very
I
cool.
think between like 12 to 5 is that they don't have activities sometimes
Yeah,
because some of them were by the pool, but it wasn't every day. Anyway, carry on.
right. And so we're like, oh my God, baby, even better. Like, we're definitely never not gonna be bored. And so the first night, no, not the first night, the second night, right? The first night we were
No,
just,
the first
was it the first night?
yeah, we went because remember we got real sweaty. We got real
Yes,
sweaty. Yeah,
we
that
did.
we ended
That
up
was
doing a
also
lot
trivia
of
night.
yeah.
Okay.
That was
So yeah,
reggaeton. Yeah.
yes, yeah. We were friendly with the staff. Um,
hmm
because that the first yeah, you're right. No, you're right. The first time we were playing trivia, and I they were playing. It was like guess that tune, and they were playing like oldies and shit. And so I
Yeah.
don't know oldies like that. My baby kind of does, so she was getting a couple questions. And then the staff,
They also did movie theme songs.
yes,
Yeah.
also kind of old movies. I didn't know a lot of them. But then I
Old
did some
folk
newer
in the
ones. The
resort.
newer ones I was getting one. But the staff member, his name was Bullet. He'd hear my comments every once in a while, and he'd be like, "I heard that, Vanessa." And so
Yep.
that was yeah, that became a hoot. And so same thing with Nati giving out comments, and he so we just got joking with the staff, and it became fun, man.
Yeah, he honestly, I feel like so the activities themselves were fun, but the staff
Yeah.
definitely were the ones that made it more fun
Yes.
because
Yes.
the trivia night or like the movie trivia stuff was again, they would just play movie theme songs and then you had to guess, raise your hand, whatever. But he made it competitive and not only that, but he would like there was this one lady, her name was Marissa, and she kept getting all the answers. So then at one point, a
Yes.
gentleman that was next to her, which you can only assume is her husband, raises his
Yes.
hand. He goes, "Mr. Marissa," and it was just funny. He just was
He
able
was a
to
funny
like,
guy for sure.
yeah, he was very interactive. It was great. It was
Yeah.
phenomenal, and
And then and
that
the
was
DJ, Nati requested that
DJ.
because he was playing decent music, but not really that we
DJ
could
Payne.
dance to.
Yeah,
Yes, Payne, Payne. So Nati was
yeah,
like, "Hey, since no one else is here, you mind playing some like my reggae music?" And
yeah.
his
Some like
playlist, bro,
reggaeton,
that
some like
shit.
R&B.
Yeah, no, he understood the assignment, bro. And
He-
that's what Nati was talking about when like we were dancing all night that we left sweaty.
Girl, we have been saying that we wanted like a reggaeton night for a hot minute, and we had
We
our
got it.
reggaeton night
We
because
got it. We
we
had
were
to go all the
throwing
way
stuff,
to the
and it was just us
Bahamas for
two,
it, but that's fine.
but it was
Yeah,
worth
it
it.
was just us two,
It was
literally no
worth
one
it.
else in the room, and besides the DJ guy. But it was like, I don't know,
Yeah,
two, maybe almost three when we left. And we're like, baby, I'm loving this, but I'm physically so tired. Because mind you, we also flew that same day.
yeah, and we had a layover and everything too, so we were exhausted.
Yeah.
It wasn't even late. I think it was like 1. We had grandma level sleeping schedules. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
It
I thought
was
it was
fine
at
though.
least
We were vibing.
two.
No,
Yeah, no,
baby, it wasn't even 1.
we were lower GURPS.
I also vibed with some one white girl and then some
You
older
did.
white lady.
You did. I
Yeah, because this
saw.
one girl, like we were both feeling some of the white girl music, right? And so we were like, oh, okay, cool. But we were all each in our respective, we were with our respective partners that did not seem like they were dancers, right? So we were just jiggling with it. And then she points to me and starts going to the dance floor. I'm not gonna leave a dance girly alone. So I go and I start vibing. And then it was just us two. Then she left because she was like, I'm gonna go to the bar. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I come back to my baby. And then she came back with like 4 others. And so there was a clip that you got of me just vibing with the white ladies, and I
Yeah.
was like,
At
oh,
one point, all
cool.
y'all were just throwing it back. Y'all took turns
Yeah,
in the circle.
attempting to.
Attempting to. Listen, let me heat that
Yeah.
side the best.
What was I saying? Yeah, we were talking about the activity. So they had a lot of really cool activities. We got a little dancing. Vane actually took a salsa class with me. That was a
I
lot of
did.
fun. Yeah, that was a
It
lot.
was.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting. It was for any I don't any dance people, it was a style that they call LA style on one. You know, it's a most common style and it was pretty good. The guy was pretty good. I even got to dance with him, which was nice. They had we had bingo. They had a lot of activities. A lot of
Baby,
activities.
you got a cute shot glass from winning bingo.
I did. I did. I won bingo and I got me a nice little shot glass. And it was
Mhm.
dope. And again, those were the activities that were already included with the resort. A lot of, and
Mhm.
then if you wanted to, you can actually sign up for certain excursions. Obviously, those cost money, but they
Mhm.
would take you to different beaches. Like you can swim with pigs, you can swim with turtles.
Mhm.
We didn't do that. We had actually booked our own little tour
Yeah.
via a different website, which was great, and we liked it because it took us
Mm.
to a rum
We need to
cake factory.
review them.
Yes, a rum cake factory, a chocolate factory, and then a rum distillery. And then they took us to a site that is called the Queen's Staircase, that
Mhm.
was built way back when, and it was really nice and it was really good.
It was.
It was like I think 2.5 hours to three.
I think so. And then
Yeah.
those gave us like a lot of samples throughout, samples of the rum cake, samples of the rum itself, samples
Hmm.
of a pina colada with the rum, which was delicious. Oh,
Oh,
that
side note.
chocolatini thing.
Yeah, also side note, our hotel itself did a rum tasting as well, which I partook in. But anyway, going back to the tour.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, the staircase itself, which is it's a big tourist attraction. So it's
Yeah.
cool that they included it.
Yeah, and then what we had decided to do was because so we had to meet them at a meeting point. I will say
Hmm.
that to get yourself around, you either have to do taxi or have like the transfer shuttle, not shuttle services, taxi services. Um, that is a little more
Yeah.
difficult, you know, but I think that's kind of expected when you go and stay at an all-inclusive. The only difference that I liked here versus other places that I've been to, like when I went to Cancun and Punta Cana, if you're not in the resort, everything out is campo. Like you are, it's you see the resort and then you just see a bunch of planes and then little
Mm.
chocitos and stuff. Versus here in the Bahamas, or at least where we were staying at, you were maybe like a 10-minute ride from like the downtown area
Yeah.
where because their usual tourism or people that come are from the cruise boats, uh they have that little like cruise pit stop. So everything's kind of up and going. They have restaurants, they have
Yeah.
like souvenir shops and everything. So we went that's where our meeting point was. So when we
Mhm.
finished, we ended up staying around there to do a little souvenir shopping and we went to a restaurant as well. And that was really good. That was
Yeah.
that was that was a fun.
Yeah.
That's where you had your go off, go.
That shit. Oh, yes. Like in Bahamas, right by the water, one of their favorite or one of their main dishes is conch, which is like a big ass seashell. And the dish, one of the dishes they make
Like the
with the
Moana
conch.
seashell, or
Uh huh.
it's like that shell from SpongeBob that they
Uh
pull the
huh.
thing. Yeah, it's that shell.
Yes, it's one of them. And so one of the dishes that they make with it is conch salad, which is kind of like ceviche. You know what that is? So it's the cilantro, it's the peppers, it's the onions with a whole bunch of lime juice. We ordered it, and well, I ordered it because Nati has an aversion to seafood. Suddenly, this homie rolls up in a cart, and I'm
Mhm.
thinking it's like because
You
in Argentina
confused?
they're like.
You lost?
I don't think I'm like I don't just gonna be at a show or something asking for money. I don't know if he's selling something. I was like, can I help you? He's like, conch salad. And I was like, oh, you're gonna make it here? He's like, yeah. What you think I'm gonna do? Oh, nothing. I'm sorry. Carry on. And so they start making. They have the conches live. He
They
did have to put it to sleep eternally. Yeah. Um, I didn't mind it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He showed us his pee too. Not the
Yes.
man's, the conch. The conch. Let me clarify, right? In case people think that some random man came and was like, "You want conch salad? You
No,
want wait a minute,
the conscious gender, I guess. Yeah, it was
genital?"
yeah, yeah. There we go. That's a better word for it. That ass. And yeah, they chop it up, and then he's like, "You want it spicy?" And I'm like, a little spicy, mild. And he goes, "Okay, cool." And he goes, "We make it with ghost pepper." And I'm like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
And he goes, but he's like, trust me. He's like, I got you. I know what the kind of spice you want. And I was like, hey, I'll trust you. He put a little bit of ghost pepper. Perfect,
He
perfect.
put
Because
like
again, I
this,
like,
this little
I yeah, it's like a little bit, like a little, like, and he cut it really fine, right? So it wasn't like you had big chunks of it. And every once in a while, you get that bit of spice, and it kind of lingers, so it stays like the rest of the conch salad.
it was really good.
Oh, it was, and he even put like some lemon juice. When I was like, okay, that's an interesting
Orange juice.
flavor.
He
Yeah,
put a lot of lime and
a
lemon,
lot of
and then he
lime.
added a
Yeah,
little orange. Yeah, that
uh-huh,
added a nice
yeah.
little.
But it was perfect because it kind of cut some of the acidity from the lemon and sweetened it with the orange juice. Oh my
It was
god, that was
good.
some tortilla chips. That shit was so good.
It was really good. We liked it. I had some like these beef skewers. So I can eat seafood, right? But I also have a slight, depending on what I'm eating, my bad
Mm-hmm.
body randomly decides to get like a little itchy and stuff. Doesn't happen every time. Does not happen every time, but this is something
Mm-hmm.
anyway. But so I didn't want to risk and go and have like a full meal because when we went to Baltimore that we were having a lot of really good food, the whole
Mm-hmm.
time after every meal, I had to take me a little Benadryl because I was
Mm-hmm.
itchy. But it was worth it. But I'm in another country. You know, it's different if let's say something worse would have happened in Baltimore, we just have to hop into a hospital. While they do
Mm-hmm.
have their hospital, again, we're in a different country, so I didn't want to risk it. But I took
Mm-hmm.
a few bites. And we had earlier had conch fritters, so
Mm-hmm.
freaking delicious, so good. So I had a few scoops. It was really good. It was really fresh. It was very tasty. Vane was loving it the whole time. And I loved, so the restaurant we went to, it took us a while to find because we didn't want to stick to any restaurant that was like because you know sometimes when it's a little more tourist trappy, the food's not as
Yeah.
authentic, you know, and it's also like an upcharge. But again, being we were in the downtown area, it was kind of difficult to find. But we ended up settling for this place, and it seemed to be like a little bar that was or restaurant that was attached to a
Yeah.
hotel that anyone could kind of go or the people in the team. So it was a little empty. So we were like, oh damn. And then it's never a good sign when you see something a little empty, especially in a tourist trap, because you're like, you know, shit, maybe I picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
But it was on this little deck that was overseeing the water. Crystal clear blue. That okay, if y'all seen
Yeah.
Moana, you know the water in Moana, that is so crystal clear. That's exactly how the beaches and specifically the water over us. And we were sitting there and you would turn around and there was turtles. There was and the Moana turtles, bro. These turtles were so beautiful. And then there was a manta ray.
Yes.
Manta rays. It was also the whole time it'd be Vane excited with her conch salad, and then me being like, turtle. It was great. It was phenomenal. I loved it. The
Yes.
waters were gorgeous. Speaking of the waters, we also our hotel provided so our hotel had a pool and also had its little mini beach that's
Mm-hmm.
off the bay and had a little deck, right? But you couldn't swim on the other side of the deck because they're like, you know, there's creatures and stuff, and we don't want you guys anything to happen to you. But the waters were crystal clear, beautiful, right? But they had a shuttle that would take you to Cabbage Beach, which was maybe like 8 minute car ride. That was a more public beach. That beach was so beautiful. That's where we got this brown, by the way, because we didn't rent no umbrellas. We were raw dog in the sun.
Yeah.
But we that water. I look
Yeah.
back at our videos and photos, and I'm gonna insert a little
Yeah.
clip for y'all to see. Insert clip. Okay, now we're back. You see what we're talking about? Like it was phenomenal, beautiful, gorgeous,
Yeah,
crystal,
man. Yeah,
refreshing.
I sent a picture of just like a plain picture of the ocean and something, and they were like, "That's a fake ass picture," and I'm like, "It looks it, don't it?" I promise you, it's not.
Vane, who is
Oh
not a
yeah,
fan of the
I
ocean,
hate the beach. I actually hate the beach in general. I hate the sand. I hate the ocean. Don't take
we
me to
were
a
playing
fucking
mermaids,
beach.
bro.
We
We were
were. I
playing.
was in the motherfucking water. I didn't stray too far. I still had to touch my tippy toes. Had to
No,
be
no,
touching the sand.
we were.
But there were
Yeah,
some
we
parts where
weren't
I
gonna be.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and Nati were like, if we mermaids be up in this bitch.
Yeah,
And
we were
remember the
playing
fact that we
mermaids.
had
Yeah,
to
we
catch
were
the shuttle back to the
really
hotel
great.
because that had got until 4, the last shuttle
Yeah,
that we had a dip. I say I would have
yeah.
mind staying
But
a little longer.
I would say I would have loved to experience sunset there. Oh, that would be
Oh,
gorgeous.
yeah,
Next time. Next time.
yeah.
But we it kind of ended up working out that we only could take the shuttle for a
Uh,
certain time. What
yes.
were we gonna say?
I was gonna say, remember the one guy that was because there's a
The
bunch of
man that
people
was
that
in
were
love with
selling.
you?
No, not that one. The
Oh.
either umbrellas or drinks or chairs or anything you want for like a beach. We're like, nah, nah, because they're all by the entrance. So we're like, nah, nah, no, thanks. And this one guy goes, "You want a massage? It's free of service."
Yeah, he's like no charge. He's like the
Yeah, and
massage
I'm
is
like,
free. And
baby,
I
did
was
he
like,
just? And she's like, yeah, he's a massage. And I was like, let's walk away.
they're funny. I will tell you
They
that is
are.
one thing. They're funny, but they're also very respectful. At least the people that we
Yeah,
encountered were very, very respectful. There was
yeah,
this one homie rolled up, tank top, looked a little stained, and he was missing some teeth. But that way, that man was
he
in love
was.
with Vane, and he was dropping bars, bro, bars,
He was. I can't
straight
even
up
lie.
bars.
Again, I did not, I was not at all persuaded, did not all give it a second thought. But
No,
because again, we're just standing there for our shuttle anyways, and he's
yeah,
just standing with us. Again, he's a respectful distance. He ain't coming too close. He ain't giving creepy vibes for us for didn't feel the need to run away. But he like Nancy said, bar after bar after bar after bar. And we're just laughing. We're just
we're
laughing because we're
confused.
like, thank you so. I'm like, thank you. You're
You're
so
so
kind.
kind.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there was no thank
Yeah.
you. I was like, thank you for acknowledging her beauty because he came in, said, "Oh, hello, you girls are beautiful," and then just zoned in on Vane, and I'm like, "Well, praise her, please do." And yeah, no, this man was right. And what was funny too, was right. You experienced this man, and there was more. There was a I don't know where we were, but there was somewhere else that a guy like complimented, like, "Oh wow, you guys are gorgeous." It was something like that, right? And then we come back to the States, and I've dealt with my own stupid messages, and you don't have to share, but there was a guy, you showed me a message that a guy sent you, and I'm sitting here like,
Mm.
we've had bars. Von has had bars, and this is the shit y'all hating us with? Like,
I
ugh,
got called heaven on earth.
heaven on
And
earth.
these bitches want to
Ben's
talk
in the
about
back,
the
bro.
and then
Yeah,
I
that's
come
the
back and
one. I was like,
this guy in fucking Hitch is like, do you remember something with a fart about blowing him
like,
away?
if
I don't even
you
fucking
fart
know.
out, yeah, yeah. Like, are you a fart? Because you
Yeah,
just blew me away.
yeah, some shit like that. And I'm like, baby, I was getting called heaven. I was getting called paradise. I was like, I had a Mercedes in the back, and this bitch comes in with this.
Are
I
you
was
a
mad.
fart?
Mind you, this was literally like the day of, if not the
The day
following
after.
day.
The day after. No, no, it was the
Yeah,
day. We
the
flew
day
back the
after.
next day. It was your first message to me after our trip. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
I was like, what the hell, man? But no, overall, it was such a great time. There's so many other little things
Beautiful
that, like,
time.
we experienced, but I
Yeah,
was gonna say I would definitely go back.
I
I'd even
would.
go
No,
back to
I
the same
would.
hotel. I liked
Same.
it. It was great. I would want to explore other hotels, see what else is up, maybe other islands, because I know that the Bahamas is other islands. But
True.
overall, 10 out of 10. Would go back to Nassau, Bahamas. The food was good, service was good, the beaches. Oh, beaches alone. Beaches alone. We love that beach so much we went back a second time on our
Yeah,
last trip.
me.
Yeah.
I chose to go back to a beach. That's crazy.
Yeah. When we had beach, it's like, oh, you have beach at home, but we were like, we like beach at home. We're gonna go to this one. We're gonna go to this one because it was elevated. Pool was great
Yeah,
too. Drinks were good. All
yeah,
overall, 10 out of 10.
yeah. No, I loved it.
Oh,
I
we
did
did
love
a
it.
paint and sip too.
I need
The
to take. Oh,
hotel
I have
cover.
not taken out my painting.
I
Did yours
have
make it?
mine. Yeah,
Okay,
mine's is fine. It fell behind one of my tables, but it's there and it's fine and it's good and it's not broken. Wow,
great.
I look so. You see that? You see how tan she be? Oh my God. Anyway, but kind of, do you have any closing thoughts about the Bahamas or trip or anything before we close it up?
You'll see some bad reviews about it. Ignore it. It's great. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's chill. You have enough moment to have a chill, relaxed time, but then at the same time you're kept busy that I think so because we are very much, or at least we've discussed in other trip stuff that we do like to do certain activities, but this was chill enough and activity filled enough that it was perfect. It scratched all the itches. All the itches were scratched. And it was phenomenal. And now I'm just gonna once we finish this call and overall, I know later I'm gonna be like, I want to be there. I miss it. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys have been to a resort or any country like that, kind of tropical place that you would love to go back to, comment. If you've been to the
Hmm.
similar area that we've been down there, comment on the bottom. All right, we drop an episode every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spotify, on YouTube, on iHeartRadio, on any streaming platform you think we're on, we're probably on there. All right. We also have a TikTok and we have an Instagram, which is at 1.2 brain cells underscore official, where you'll see some clips. I will say during our vacay, we lacked a little in posting our story stuff, but we were in vacation mode. Okay. But nonetheless, we're gonna start having more clips too, which is why we're recording here and all that. And also, Noel's hopefully going to be back more often from in-person stuff, but nonetheless,
Hmm.
right? So yes, like I said, episodes, Instagram. Oh, if you want to be a guest, please message us personally or on our Instagram, and as long as we like you, then you are more than welcome. Okay. And that being said, toodle loodle,
To the Lee,
hugs and kisses.
never from me.
Bye.
Bye.